Let's go. Well, good evening and welcome sports fans to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local schools. I'm Nate Goodyear with Nick Curran on the camera coming to you live from Phoenix High School in Phoenix, Oregon. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Tonight, featuring the Phoenix Pirates hosting the visiting Henley Hornets. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Phoenix Talent School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for events on TableRockSports.net. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so please let them know you appreciate their support, and please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on that red subscribe button. We're about to get rolling here. Both teams coming in at 0-1 this season. Henley coming off a loss, well, over in the Basin. They're taking on Mazama, who's got a tough squad as usual this year. A 35-0 loss at the hands of Mazama, whereas Phoenix, they hosted Hidden Valley last week, and it actually turned out worse for them, 47-0 the final there, and in the process, losing starting quarterback Eli Page for the rest of this abbreviated season. So Phoenix was already in a bit of a rebuild mode, and now they're just going to have to kick it into high gear without their starting quarterback for the remainder of the season. Henley won the toss and deferred, so Phoenix is going to get their first possession, and at this rate, still looking for their first down of the season. Really didn't go well last week, but there were a few building blocks, and you hope to see them improve as the weeks go on. Weather's pretty nice here in Phoenix, 55 degrees. It's clear, a slight breeze, but that's all we have to deal with. So we're set to go. The kick is up, and we're underway. It's going to come up short, fielded at the 30 by Jackson Selden, where he's wrapped up immediately, picking up about 4 to start things off, and that's where Phoenix will begin the opening drive of the ball game on their own 32-yard line. Going to see something interesting here tonight without Eli Page. Phoenix is going to do something a little different. I think they're going to go, what I was told anyway, run more of a wing T type of offense with their regular fullback, Joey Baynard, going to be under center. In fact, we've got the double wing here, and Baynard's going to just take it right away and push his way up the middle. That's going to be the strategy tonight for Phoenix. 3 yards in a cloud of dust and just hope for the best. Up to the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. Not expecting much of an air show from the Pirates this evening. But you got to do what you got to do when you're missing your starter. Your backup, Ryan Watts, performed admirably last week, but he is just a freshman, so I think Phoenix is looking for answers elsewhere for now. Here's a toss towards the right side. Cutting back is Alexis Manzano. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain. In fact, we'll check the spot. Looks like he might have lost 1 on the play. 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Pirates. We're a minute into the contest here at Jack Woodward Stadium at Phoenix High School. No score. Phoenix trying to get something going on the opening possession. They face a 3rd down from their own 38-yard line. Manzano is the wing to the left. Baynard under center. Greenwood the wing to the right. Greenwood in motion. He's going to take the pitch, and he loses it. He falls forward. Managed to fall on his own fumble, but it's a loss of 1, and on comes the punt team for Dave Johnson and his Phoenix Pirates. A promising opening play. Baynard kept it himself on a quarterback sneak, picked up 6, but successive losses leaves a 4th down. Julius Bolstad on to kick it away. Trenton Trout is back deep at the 22-yard line for the Hornets. Snap is high. Good job by Bolstad. He's going to have to try to run and kick, and he loses the football. It's picked up by Henley at the 20. Down to the 19-yard line. Let's see who fell on it. The congratulations are going to Joe Northcutt. First time we called his name this evening, and it probably won't be the last. The snap was high. Bolstad tried to do his best to get away, but got wrapped up in the backfield, couldn't get his foot on the ball, and Northcutt recovered. 1st and 10, Henley. 9:58 left in the opening quarter. They're on the Phoenix 18-yard line. To give straight ahead out of the gun, fighting his way forward is Dylan Schranievsky. Manages a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. 3 wide receivers to the right. Rolling to that trip side, looking into the end zone. Got a man coming back. He makes the catch. Was he in the end zone? He was not. He's going to be marked short. Gavin Graham with a nice cut to get back towards the pylon. But he just couldn't finish the play. 1st and goal nonetheless for Henley. Nice ball that time from Tim Orr, the senior signal caller. They operate on a 1st and goal from the right hash. Orr out of the gun. He's going to give it straight ahead, bowling his way forward into the end zone for a touchdown. Tolson Higgins with the opening score, and it's 6-0 Henley. .904 left in the opening quarter. It was a quick strike from the Hornets after the recovered fumble on the punt. They're going to line up on the left hash here for the... Well, no, they're going to put it in the center. We're going to go with the swinging gate. Oh, good. Thank God. It drives me crazy. It's so hard. It's so hard to stop. Snap is good. The hold is down, and the point after splits the uprights. Owen Northcutt knocking it through. And with 9:04 left in the opening quarter, Henley with a quick 18-yard drive, and that's going to take us to our first break on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Henley 7, Phoenix nothing.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. The kickoff was short once again, almost fallen on by Henley. There was a player with his hands on it, but Phoenix is going to get a shot at it. They'll start this drive from their own 31-yard line, trailing 7-0. 9:03 left in the opening quarter. Want to thank you for joining us on TableRockSports.net. It is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Tolson Higgins scored the opening touchdown for Henley. If you're just joining us, it was a 1-yard run, but it came after a botched snap on a punt attempt by Phoenix that led to Henley starting their opening drive on the Phoenix 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Baynard under center. In motion, taking the pitch, Colton Smith cuts back, fights his way to the line of scrimmage, and maybe picks up a yard. So we're seeing some of the familiar struggles of Phoenix rearing their ugly head again. They struggled to stop the Hidden Valley defensive line last week, and so far they're having the same amount of trouble with this Henley front, keeping them from getting penetration into the backfield and breaking things up. 2nd and 9. Baynard again under center. On the near side is Alexis Manzano. Baynard is going to take him himself. He bounces outside, is knocked backwards, but they're going to mark his forward progress up at the line of scrimmage. In fact, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. So that'll bring up 3rd down with 8:10 remaining in the opening quarter. 3rd and 8 upcoming. Double wing. We're going to see it all night. Get used to it, folks. Manzano on the near side. Baynard gives straight ahead. And another small pickup. Positive yardage at least up to the 37-yard line. Looked like maybe Cameron Redmond that got the carry that time, but on comes the punt team on 4th and 8. Matt Poole back deep this time. Bolstad set to punt. Poole giving a lot of space. Bolstad lost the snap again, and he's just going to fall on it on the 20. So I guess that's progress if you're Phoenix. They're starting on the 20 instead of the 18. But more issues with the exchange from the center to the punter. Last week it was the center quarterback exchange. Now for the second drive in a row, Henley is facing a 1st and 10 deep into Phoenix territory with 7:10 left in the opening quarter and a 7-0 lead. Man in motion, or looking right. Here comes a swing pass, and he sails his man, Gavin Graham. Pass is incomplete, 2nd down. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. 2nd and 10, trips to the right for the Hornets. Graham is split out far to the near side here. Here's a handoff, sweep to the right side, and lots of room to run here at the 15, cutting back to the 10, and down near the 5-yard line. It was Owen Northcutt. Or my mistake, it was Dylan Schranievsky. Moves the chains, 1st and goal, Henley from the 8. Schranievsky remains in the backfield. Operating from the right hash is Orr. From the gun, trips to his right. Toss again. Schranievsky near side. All he's got to do is get to the pylon. He lowers his shoulder, and he's in. An 8-yard touchdown run from Dylan Schranievsky, and Henley leads 13-0. Well, that time it was just too easy for Schranievsky to get the edge, and you have to give the credit to the Henley offensive line. Point after is on the way. Call it the swinging gate, call it the nose picker, whatever that formation is. A little trickery here on the point after attempt, and a flag before the snap. It's going to be a procedure penalty against Henley. They'll move him back 5, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and kick it. Owen Northcutt is the kicker for Henley. He'll kick from the 15, so essentially a 25-yard extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it looked wide, and it was. Good rush that time from Henley. They got a little bit of pressure on the kicker, and he yanked it. But with 6:32 remaining in the opening quarter on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Henley 13, Phoenix nothing. I want to thank you for joining us on TableRockSports.net. I'm Nate Goodyear. Nick Curran is working the camera for me this evening. Both of these teams looking for their first win of the season. Henley coming off a 35-0 loss at Mazama last week, whereas Phoenix was here at home falling to Hidden Valley, who put on a pretty impressive show, 47-0 the final last week. Well, fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover the action. Hey, it is homecoming tonight for Phoenix. We're going to have some festivities at halftime. The cheerleaders will put on a show. They'll crown the court. It's going to be glorious. We'll have Phoenix AD Dave Earhart up here, get him on the headset, tell us a little bit about the youngsters out there. They're going to try to chip it right back in there once again. This time, Phoenix had it covered. I believe that was Marcelo Valadez that fell on it. Henley's tried that 3 times. They clearly saw something on film. It almost worked out for him on the last kickoff. They haven't been able to recover yet. Good field position for Phoenix, though. They're on their own 41-yard line. I believe this is as far as they ever got last week, so making progress. They trail 13-0, and it's 6:31 left in the opening quarter. Baynard under center. The double wing, it's going to be a toss to Greenwood. Finds his way around the left side, picks up a yard, maybe 2, before he's spun down. Looked like there was a minor hole there, but it closed quickly. Nathan Elwood amongst the Henley tacklers. We'll bring up a 2nd and 8. .602 and counting in the opening quarter. Near side, Jackson Selden in motion. He takes the toss, and he lost the football, but somehow it ends up back in the hands of Baynard, who continues to try to fight forward, but he's driven further and further back, and he lost the ball too. So, boy, there was a lot of confusion there. Baynard must have been down. Coming out of the pile with the football was Cade Northcutt, but the forward progress was stopped after a loss of 6 on the play, it looks like. All the way back to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 15. Well, we knew that Phoenix wasn't going to throw the ball a lot tonight, so the plan had to have been to stay out of situations like this where you almost have no choice but to throw the football. Here comes a toss, and that's what they're going to do, a trick play, and nobody's open. Incomplete. Justin Wilcox was intended for Marcelo Valadez. And I think you have to say that Wilcox did a good job to keep that ball away from the defense. Valadez was blanketed. There was no room for him to go. And if Wilcox had put it right in his breadbasket, it may have been intercepted. 4th down. Punt team is on with 5:01 left in the first quarter. Bolstad has mishandled both snaps, and the third is no exception. He's just going to fall on it. Three punts so far for Phoenix on 3 possessions, and not a single one of them has made it off the foot of their kicker. Rough break for the special teams of Phoenix, and another good start here for Henley. They'll have a 1st and 10 on the Phoenix 24-yard line. Or we'll line up out of the gun. I feel comfortable calling that already at this point. He's joined by Cade Northcutt in the backfield. Trips to his left. From the right hash. Or gives it to Northcutt. He's got room around the left side. Patiently waiting for his blocker. No flag. It looked like a holdout on the edge, but Northcutt fights his way forward. And he's all the way down to get a 1st and goal. Colton Smith was being wrapped up on the edge there by a Henley blocker. I think he's asking the official about that right now. I mean, you could see it from here. He had the edge, and he just flat got taken down. But no flag on the play. 1st and goal from the 2. A pickup of 23 yards for Northcutt. Doubles formation for Henley. 4:30 left in the opening quarter. Or fakes it, looking for the flat. He's got a man. Nice block, and marching his way into the end zone is Skylar Howard. Touchdown, Henley. No, we've got flags. Hold the phone, mister. Now, it looked like they were getting a little aggressive with the block out on the edge. And they called holding on Phoenix. I think he got his... Okay, good. He got his signals crossed there, our official this evening. And, I see where they threw the flag, but it didn't look like that was any worse than what happened on the play before to set up the 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal again, but this time back at the 11-yard line for Henley. And they've got some tricky stuff going on here as well. 3 wide receivers to each side and a 3-man line. And Phoenix jumped offside. Fa Masalo Salo found his way a little bit early. So let's try it again. 1st and goal from the 6 this time. Henley will step back into a more standard formation. Slot left, tight end that side as well. Northcutt in the backfield. Orr awaits the shotgun snap. He's going to try that bubble screen again, and it's nearly picked off. And we're going to get a flag out on the edge. I think we'll see holding one more time. That ball was intended for Skylar Howard. They really wanted to get him that touchdown. In fact, we're going to get pass interference on the offense this time. So hold, pass interference. Only difference is the ball's in the air. Same deal. So maybe it was Eric Peltier getting in the ear of the official after that initial play to set up the 1st and goal that has them with their eyes open for those edge blockers, getting a little bit handsy with them. Conference time. Oh, they're going to wave off the flag. Well, all right. So we should have a 2nd and goal then, with 4:17 left in the opening quarter. From the 6, Orr awaits the shotgun snap. Flanked to his right by Northcutt, who will go straight ahead, sheds a couple of tacklers, and comes up just short of the end zone. Finally there to make the stop was Justin Wilcox, dropping him at the 1-yard line. But there were 3 Phoenix Pirates that had a crack at Northcutt that couldn't make the stop. Third and goal from the 1. This would be a big stop for Phoenix if they can get the job done. They've gotten penetration much like last week, but they're just struggling to wrap them up. Northcutt again, this time untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Henley. Third rushing touchdown of the game for Henley. This time a 1-yard run out of Garrett Northcutt. And pending the extra point, it's 19-0 Henley on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Motioning into the play, we're looking to throw into the back of the end zone, and it is caught. The 2-point conversion attempt is good. Colton Smith makes the catch, and it is now 21-0 Henley. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou on TableRockSports.net. It's 21-0 Henley.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back. 21-0 Henley. A nice return here right out of the gate from Will Greenwood. But he tries to swing it wide. He's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. Welcome back to Phoenix High School. I'm Nate Goodyear. Nick Curran is on the camera for me this evening. It's been all Henley so far. A trio of touchdown runs by three different backs for the Hornets. 3:33 left to go in the opening quarter. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, right here on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Phoenix has been just running a straight double wing attack this evening, missing their starting quarterback Eli Page out for the season. So Joey Baynard is under center. Man in motion is Peltier. Baynard's going to keep it himself after a fake, and he's dropped for a loss of 2. Second down. Second and 11 upcoming, so officially a loss of just 1. Manzano, the wing to the near side. Peltier in motion at the top of your screen. And it looks like a counter play. Maybe positive yardage. I couldn't even see who got the ball. My vision is starving from up here. Let's call it Manzano, perhaps. It's either Manzano or Cameron Redmond. Gain of 2 either way. 3rd and 9 from the 23 upcoming. 2.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Baynard's going to keep it this time as well after faking a sweep, and he's going to lose about 4 on the play. Getting driven all the way back to the 20-yard line. We'll bring up another 4th down. And on comes the punt team for Phoenix. Well, Phoenix has tried to punt 3 times this evening and is yet to get one off. So I think we would call that progress if Bolstad could get his boot into one here. 1:43 and counting in the opening quarter. Snap is good. The kick is up. And it's pretty good as well. A high sidewinder that's going to bounce at the 40 before being picked up by Matt Poole. Up to the 45, towards midfield, and he's going to get to the 50, but just barely. A nice tackle on the play. Good determination by Trevor Scherer. Henley will start this drive at midfield. Or out of the gun with trips to his right. He's going to toss this one to Skylar Howard, trying to take it wide, far side. A big block on the edge. Looked like it might have been close to being a block in the back, but no protesting from the defender on that play. And a big gain that time from Howard. Across midfield, picking up 9 down to the 41, 2nd and 1. Give to Schranievsky. He picks up the first down, loses the football late, but he was already down. He managed to pick up 11 on the play, down to the 29-yard line. That'll move the chains for Henley. It looks like Schranievsky will remain in the game as the tailback. Going to see those trips to both sides once again. A 3-man offensive line for Henley. Or from the gun on the right hash, 1st and 10. 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. Henley up 21-0. It's a fake screen, firing it downfield. It was a good ball, and it's caught, racing into the end zone. Cade Northcutt, I believe. No, man, it's Skylar Howard doing everything. 29-yard touchdown pass from Orr to Howard, and it's 27-0 Henley pending the extra point. Straight PAT on the way. It's up, and it's good. So with 38 seconds left in the opening quarter on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Henley 28, Phoenix nothing. Lithia Superstore game of the week. Powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, of course. I'm Nate Goodyear. Nick Kern's on the camera. We want to let you know that you got to thank our sponsors, man. They make it great, and they make this great high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Well, we want to let you know, Phoenix, they're going to be playing some volleyball tomorrow. They're going to be hosting Henley. Probably not these same two groups of people. Fans are not allowed at this point for volleyball, but the matches will be live streamed right here on TableRockSports.net. The JV and JV2 matches will be on the Phoenix Pirate Volleyball page on Facebook, and the varsity match right here, TableRockSports.net. Well, 28-0 the score. Colby Scholes is set to kick it off. 38 seconds left in the opening frame. He's finally going to kick it deep this time. It's going to be fielded by Peltier at the 25-yard line, dancing his way forward for a return of 4, maybe 5 yards. Phoenix is going to have a 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Still looking for a first down, this Phoenix squad. They have altered their offense after losing quarterback Eli Page for the remainder of the season. Their usual fullback, Joey Baynard, has been lining up under center in a double wing offense. And while the center to quarterback exchange has not been an issue, you can see that Baynard is not that used to playing quarterback, just in the sense that he's had his timing be a little bit off with some of the tosses to his wings. He's going to pitch this one to Manzano, who has a hole this time. He bursts through up the 35 to the 40, and that'll move the chains. First down, Phoenix. Gain of 12 on the play by Alexis Manzano. Boy, and you can just feel the energy go across their sideline. Manzano was stoked. Everyone was thrilled for that. Got to feel like that's just a huge weight off the shoulders of this Phoenix team. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. 12 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Let's see if they try to get a snap off here. Looks like they will. Manzano, same play. They're going to try to go back to the well, and it's not going to work as well this time. Dropped after a pickup of 1. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So the score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's Henley 28, Phoenix nothing. Back after a word from our sponsors on TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens. called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week right here on TableRockSports.net. It's the second quarter about to get underway here at Phoenix High School. Nate Goodyear with you, Nick Kern on the camera. It's been all Henley so far, but Phoenix has got themselves a first down, and they're marching. 2nd and 9 from their own 41-yard line. At a false start. Had 2 men in motion that time. Jair Ramirez and Alexis Manzano not quite on the same page. 3 touchdown runs and a pass for Henley in the opening quarter. Has us sitting where we are right now, a 4-score advantage. Joey Baynard under center. Redmond the fullback. Here's a counter. And stuffed in the backfield. That play never really got out of the gates for Phoenix. And it's going to be 3rd and 15. Jair Ramirez with the carry. Sophomore tailback. I guess in this offense, he's more of a wingback. It'll be interesting to see if this is what Phoenix goes with for the rest of the season. I think at this point, offensively, they're just trying to get anything going that they possibly can. They know that Baynard is one of their more talented skill players, so why not put him under center and go 3 yards in a cloud of dust? Trying to counter the other way, and just tripped up is Jackson Selden. He had a lot of room out on the edge, but a shoestring tackle by the Henley defense drops him at the line for no gain. 4th and 15. And Phoenix will send on the punt team. Just over a minute into the second quarter here at Phoenix High School. Bolstad to kick. Matt Poole back deep for Henley with his heels on the 26-yard line. Good snap. The kick is up. And it's out of bounds. See where the spot is. It looked like a pretty good kick. That looks pretty generous. But they're going to mark it out of bounds. There we go. Up at the 41-yard line. Three wide receivers out to the left of the formation for Orr. It's Schranievsky in the backfield. Flanking Orr to his right. From the right hash, 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Pressure in the backfield. Wrapping him up and bringing him down. It's Trevor Scherer bursting his way through the front line and picking up a sack for Henley. Or Phoenix, I should say. But a big loss on the play. 7 yards backwards. 2nd and 17 now for Henley after the big defensive play by Phoenix. 10 minutes left in the first half. Or back to pass. Straight drop. They're trying to set up a screen, and they've got a man. Schranievsky spins off a tackler, but stumbles his way forward. Good job to make the stop that time. Wrapping him up was Kyle Braun, the captain of this Phoenix defense. It was a gain of 2 on the play, but that'll bring up 3rd and 15. Schranievsky again going to be the back. Still operating from the right hashes, or 3 wide receivers out to his left. 28-0 your score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Or will throw. He's got some pressure, but he's also got a man wide open. Making the catch is Gavin Graham, who dodges a couple of tacklers, stiff arms a man, and finds his way across midfield down to the 48-yard line, close to first down yardage, and it is. They're going to move the chains. So the sack goes for naught. And Henley finds themselves back into Phoenix territory with 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. Trenton Trout now going to be the tailback, flanking Orr to his right. 4 wide receivers. Here's the give to Trout, hole up the middle, lowers his shoulder. My mistake, it's Tolson Higgins. Higgins, of course, responsible for the first touchdown of the game. He manages to pick up 8 on the play, 2nd and 2. Play fake, throwing to his right. He's got a man in the flat. Stiff-arming his way forward. It's Joe Northcutt. Lowers his shoulder. Impossible to bring down and knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Will Greenwood was there among several other Phoenix tacklers. A determined run that time by Joe Northcutt, and that'll bring up a first down. Now it's right at the 10-yard line. So regardless of whether they bring the chains with them or not, it's still essentially 1st and goal. 7:48 and counting here in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers out to the left for Orr. Here's a give straight ahead. Tolson Higgins is dropped 2 yards short of the goal. Or 3, I should say, so that'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Trips left here for Orr on 2nd and goal. Approaching the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. From the gun, here's the give to Higgins. He's got some room. If he gets to the corner, he's in. And there's going to be a flag on the play. That's going to be a hold on the edge once again. So it sure looked like there was space on the edge, and now we know why. And that's really nothing new for this Henley team. We've seen it a lot, and obviously they're up 28-0, so getting it called back isn't that big of a deal, but they're blocking hard out on the edge. They've been flagged a few times for it. 2nd and goal incoming, back from the 11-yard line. Trips left with Higgins in the backfield. Orr will throw. He's looking for a flag. He fires up the fade, and it's incomplete. Just out of reach that time of Joe Northcutt. Looked like they had a matchup out there that they liked physically with an isolated receiver. There's some hand checking going on between both of them, but no flags, and the ball was just a little bit overthrown. 3rd and goal. Northcutt again is by himself up to the top of your screen. Trips to the left. Higgins in the backfield. They're going to run a slant this time, and this time it's behind Northcutt. And we'll see the plan here from Henley. Looks like they're sending out the kicker with the PAT pad. .648 remaining here in the second quarter. 4th and goal, and it's going to be a 27-yard attempt for Henley. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is no good, wide left. So a pretty big break for Phoenix as Owen Northcutt yanked it wide, and the Pirates are going to take over from their own 17-yard line. I'm sorry, the 11-yard line. No, should be where he missed the kick from, right? He was definitely at the 17-yard line, but I don't think Phoenix is going to be upset if they get another couple yards out of it. Hey, what do you know? They'll start at the 20. They trail 28-0. Here's a counter play with room to the outside. Oh, a huge stiff arm. Jackson Selden turns the corner, and gets up towards first down territory. Looks like he's going to be just short of the mark, but by not even a yard. Oh, nope, they're going to move the chains. First down, Phoenix. That was some great running by Jackson Selden, the sophomore wing. Had a guy to beat right out of the gate, just stuck a fist in his face, knocked him down, and turned the corner. 6:18 and counting. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Trying to set up a counter. Baynard's going to keep it himself. Not sure if that was an option or a broken play, but it's a loss of 4 for Phoenix. 2nd and 14 oncoming. Well, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Baynard under center. Selden the wing to the near side. They're going to give it to Selden. It's a sweep, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Met immediately by Austin Fitz. Selden with lost yardage. Looked like about 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. Phoenix not equipped to air it out. We'll see if they're content to just look to punt it away once again, or if they try to take a shot of some sort. Inside 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And Baynard's going to keep it himself. Looked like it could have been a broken play. And he was hit initially back at the 15, but spun his way forward all the way up to the 18-yard line. Still a loss of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 4th and 22. On comes the punt team. Snap is low, but Bolstad with a quick kick. He gets it off. It's headed for the Henley sideline. Bounces at the 40 and gets to original first down yardage. Not sure why the Henley player went in so hard there, but it's going to be downed at the 41-yard line. Well, you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The Henley Hornets up 28-0 on the hosting Phoenix Pirates. Happy to be with you on TableRockSports.net. Homecoming festivities at halftime coming up here. Phoenix AD Dave Earhart is going to come up, join me on the headset, and give us the rundown of some of the kids we'll be watching. We'll also get a show from the Phoenix cheerleaders. All that. First down play on the way. Here's a toss to the right side, and big yardage. Cutting his way back across midfield, but he stepped out of bounds. It was Dylan Schranievsky once again. Looked like they're going to spot him right at the first down marker. All right, no, they'll bring him back a little bit. What are we doing? Moving the chains. Okay. Up to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Or from the gun. In motion, Schranievsky. And they're going to try to pump and go deep. He's got a man. If he hits him, Howard is open, and it's just out of reach. Or took a shot that time from Trevor Scherer, who has been in that Henley backfield a couple of times this evening. A bright spot for that Pirate defense. In time he took Orr down pretty hard. 3 minutes and 56 seconds until the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. Visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide, all the sports leagues, classes, and special events, just to name a few. Visit playmedford.com. to learn more. Back to pass, Orr looking deep again. It's a wheel route. He's got his man. It's caught, reaching for the pylon, and in for a touchdown. Matt Poole off a dime from Orr, and pending the extra point, it is now 34-0 Henley. A 21-yard strike. PAT incoming. Northcutt on for the PAT. It's up and no good. He pulled it again, so now Northcutt's got that in his head a little bit. But on the John L. Scott scoreboard, score still heavily tilted towards the visiting Henley Hornets. It's Henley 34, Phoenix nothing. Right here on TableRockSports.net. Well, the Medical Eye Center of Medford is helping bring you today's action. They have a wide range of eye care services for the whole family. Visit medicaleyecenter.com to learn how they might help your vision needs. Well, as we look ahead here with 3:46 left in the second quarter, Phoenix is going to be headed over to the Basin next week to take on Klamath Union. Looking for more improvement there. This is certainly the tough part of their schedule until they face a Mazama team that blew out Henley last week by a score of 35-0. Next week for the Hornets, they're going to be at home, taking on North Valley. Kick is high and short, bounces at the 20, and it's fielded by Greenwood, and he tries to go to the wide side of the field where he's met by just about everyone in a white shirt. First and 10 for Phoenix from the 20-yard line. You know, you wonder at what point Henley's been kicking it short all night, and it's always kind of fallen right in between one of the lines. At what point they're going to move their whole formation up and try to get Henley to kick it over their heads. 3:41 left in the opening half. And a flag before the play. False start for Phoenix. First and 15 on the way. Baynard under center. He's going to try to sneak it forward, pushing the pile. Looks like he's able to pick up 3 on the play. Second and 12. Well, Phoenix boys soccer is 4-0 on the season. They've outscored their opponents 20-1. They're back in action next Thursday, hosting Klamath Union at 6:30 at PT Rising Field. The game's going to be streamed live right here on TableRockSports.net. Don't miss it. 34-0 the Pirates trail here. Here's a toss to Selden. He has some space. Cutting back in towards the 25-yard line and continuing to drive the pile forward. Nice run by Jackson Selden. The sophomore picking up almost 10 yards on the play. It'll be a 3rd and a long 2. Two and a half minutes left in the second quarter. Manzano takes the pitch. He's met in the backfield and goes down hard. See if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he did, but just barely. 4th down. Is Phoenix going to go for it? By God, they are. Right on. 2 minutes left. What the heck? It's 4th and 2. Make something happen now. Baynard going to sneak it. He bounces outside, lowers his shoulder, and he's met hard, and he loses the football. Gavin Graham made the initial hit. He forced the fumble, and he lost his helmet. So I'm not sure if that's why they whistled the play dead. It doesn't matter anyway. He didn't get the first down, so Henley's going to take over. But, boy, that was a big-time hit by Gavin Graham, and then to force the fumble. Henley takes over on downs or maybe on a fumble. They're getting the ball at the same place. 1:44 left in the second quarter. And in case they hadn't already delivered the death blow, here would be an opportunity to do it if you're the Hornets. Up 34-0, approaching halftime. Got 4 wide receivers. Orr will throw. Tries to look downfield. He doesn't have a man. Good coverage. He's hit, and he's dropped. That was Kyle Braun was the first one there. Met by the Cavalry, including A.J. Hawkins. Second sack of the night for Phoenix. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 on the way with 1:20 left in the half. Here's a give straight ahead this time, fighting his way forward. And it looks like we've got a flag down on the play. Garrett Northcutt was the ball carrier. What have we got? Oh, we've got a face mask against Phoenix. So just when they kind of started to get a little bit of momentum or have some positive plays going in their direction, we're going to go ahead and march it out the other way on a personal foul face mask. First and 10 now from the 19 for Henley. Trips right for Orr. Play fake to Northcutt. They're going to run the screen, and Howard just had his eyes upfield. He's disappointed with himself. He knew he had one man to beat and a blocker out there to get him, and just got a little too eager. Second down. Keep it here at the half for the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. We'll have some of the homecoming festivities for you here from Phoenix High School, including Phoenix Athletic Director Dave Earhart. Going to get a little airtime. Orr will throw. He looks into the flat. Wide open is Northcutt at the 10, at the 5. He cuts back, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Henley. A 20-yard catch and run from Northcutt, and it's 40-0 pending the extra point. Owen Northcutt on for the extra point. The snap is low, but fielded nicely. He got it down, and Northcutt knocks it through. So your score with 44 seconds left in the opening half on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Henley 41, Phoenix nothing. If you're just joining us, the scoring was opened on a 1-yard run from Tolson Higgins. Then it was an 8-yard run from Dylan Schranievsky. Garrett Northcutt got in on the action after that with a 1-yard touchdown run. And then it was the air raid from Henley coming in with the next 3 touchdowns. A 27-yard strike from Tim Orr to Skylar Howard. Then a 21-yard pass from Orr to Matt Poole. And most recently, a toss out to the flat from Orr to Garrett Northcutt for a 20-yard catch and run to leave us where we are now, 41-0 Henley. .44 seconds left here in the second quarter. And still, Phoenix's kick returners are back on the 15-yard line when I don't think Henley's kicked it past the 25 all night. And they're not going to do it here. It's going to fall short, where it's picked up by Peltier, who manages to churn ahead for a few yards up to the 30-yard line. 39 seconds. See if Phoenix even bothers trying to run more than one play here. They're warming up a quarterback on the sidelines. Hunter Everhart is getting some throws in with John Angel Jimenez. Wonder if that's a sign of things to come, or if just some dudes trying to keep themselves warm on a night that has gotten progressively more chilly. Baynard under center, 1st and 10 from the 30. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Selden. He takes the pitch. He's kind of been the man tonight offensively. A couple of nice runs, and this one is no exception. 6-yard gain by Jackson Selden. That'll take us inside 30 seconds. Not a lot of urgency here out of Phoenix. They may just be trying to get into the half. They are sending in a play, but there's 15 seconds on the clock, and Baynard is in no hurry. 10 seconds now. 5. Man in motion, Peltier, and there's some miscommunication, and that's going to take us to the half. Well, we've got 24 minutes complete here at Phoenix High School. Stay tuned for the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report, as well as the Phoenix cheerleaders. Looks like they're headed out there now. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves some homecoming festivities as well here on TableRockSports.net. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Nate Goodyear. Nick Curran is on the camera. Joe Brett, our executive producer, holding things down at home base back in Medford. And while we await the cheerleaders, we'll step aside briefly, and we'll be back with the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show right after this.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. It's halftime here at Phoenix High School. You see the homecoming court out there for the Pirates, as well as a few of their cheerleaders. Phoenix riding behind a little bit right now. They trail 41-0. We'll have some more on that, and hopefully Dave Earhart's going to come over and chat with us here in a little bit. But until then, got a couple of things going on. The Phoenix High School cheer team this year has worked hard to prepare for the season. Their coaches are Lucy Brossard and Christy Sanders. Give you a quick recap of the action in the first half. Scoring was opened right away on a 1-yard run from Tolson Higgins. And it was an 8-yard run from Dylan Schranievsky. The first couple of possessions for Phoenix went very poorly. They ended in punts that didn't even get off the foot of the punter, resulting in really good field position for Henley. And so they had a 1-yard run, an 8-yard touchdown run, and another 1-yard run from Garrett Northcutt before they took to the air to try to really twist the knife here in the second quarter. A 27-yard pass from Tim Orr to Skylar Howard made it 27-0. Then it was a 21-yard strike from Orr to Matt Poole. And finally, 20-yard touchdown from Orr to Garrett Northcutt. And and here we are, 41-0. Today's halftime is brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Visit playmedford.com to find out more about the father-daughter and mother-son superhero hikes in the hills above Medford this spring, or learn about all the other great leagues and programs at playmedford.com. Hey, what do you know? We got a guest. It's Phoenix High School Athletic Director Dave Earhart. Dave, what's happening?
Hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate it very much, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Well, PT Rising Field, we're pleased to be here week 2. We've got some fans this week, Nate. That's great.
They're trickling in.
Well, and it's crazy. I was thinking about this before. It's very much like pro sports or college sports where they started with small crowds, like 10% capacity, and that's about what we have tonight, about 40 people down there. But we hope to have more and more as we go on, and just really appreciate our parents coming out. Eventually, we'd like to have our band here, our student body, and visiting fans as well. But we're just happy to be playing and keep growing as a team, as a program, and keep building this thing.
Well, and you mentioned the band. I mean, that's kind of one of the hallmarks of being at a Phoenix football game. It just doesn't feel the same to do halftime and not have the marching band.
It is very quiet without the Pride of the Pirate marching band. So, again, with the new field, we are so happy that we'll be able to have marching band year-round. And, previously it was tough on the field where they couldn't be on there a lot during the fall and winter with the muddy conditions, but now we'll be able to do that, and we'd love to host a marching band competition here in the next couple of years. So we're excited about that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And the field looks great. Unfortunately, you guys got to test it out last week when it was just dumping rain.
We did.
We did. So I mean, that's kind of got to be nice. It's a little weird to see the weather of the football season go in reverse, whereas week 1, it's cold, it's rainy, and by the time things end, I think it's going to be getting a little more clear.
It's going to get nice. I mean, tonight's a beautiful night. Spring football in Oregon, you never know what you're going to get. We go to Klamath next Friday, and who knows when you go over the hill.
Oh, my gosh, I know.
We'll see what happens. But we're just happy to be playing, to have all of our what would be fall sports back, and our numbers are good. We had about 140 kids involved right now in fall sports, and it won't be long until we start some spring training for baseball. Pitchers and catchers report in about 2 weeks. And here we'll finish this season, and we'll go right into season 3. And hopefully then we move from that about the middle of May into what would be season 4, which would be winter sports. So it's an odd year, but COVID, keeps throwing stuff at us, but we're just pleased the resilience our community is showing, and we're able to keep doing stuff. So we're really happy with that.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Phoenix has shown over the course of the last year, it's resilience. And I think all of the parents at home, because we know that there are quite a few watching tonight, they've got to be thrilled with the amount of effort and work you've had to put in a year like this, where it just seemed like sports was going to happen at some point, but nobody really knew when. You had to get everyone on the same page and then cram about 10 months worth of stuff into 3 months here?
3-4 months. It was crazy. And no matter how prepared we felt we were for all this, it just came at us like an avalanche. But, we've been, our kids have been doing a great job. Having to wear a face mask while you're competing in sports and practicing, that's tough. But our kids know that that's what they have to do to be able to compete. So everybody's bought in. Our coaching staff's been great, and our parents have been super supportive. So just the fact that we got to this point, and it's a daily deal, If somebody tests positive, that could potentially shut us down.
Yeah.
So we're super careful, and we've got a great district nurse, Carrie McDonald, who really supports us. And there's things they didn't tell us in administrative school when I was there a few years ago, and
pandemics,
COVID,
weren't one of them.
plagues and stuff like that. I was not prepared for, but you think of where we've been in the last year, and we feel like we're in a really good place. The new school's done. The field's done. It won't be long until the track facility's done. Our new practice field, the rest of the building will be remodeled. So we just feel like we're really moving in an upward direction here in the communities, and think we can continue to provide kids with a great education. And it's great to have the kids back every day at school. For so long, the distance learning, that was challenging. We made the best of it. We learned a lot, but now the fact that we're actually here, our kids are all here 4 half days a week, and you can see there's just a difference in them. They've got some hope back, and we're really happy with that.
Well, and tonight, in addition to getting back to football, we've got one of the hallmarks of football season.
Yeah.
It's homecoming.
It's homecoming week.
I mean, it's all you can do, right?
A couple of weeks ago, we looked at the schedules like, hey, we've got one chance to have homecoming week because 2 weeks from now, it's senior night already. It's crazy. So we thought, hey, so all week long, we did some fun stuff. The kids had dress-up days. Today, we did our annual toga run at Phoenix High School, which is a rite of passage for the seniors. Really neat thing. And then tonight, we get to finish it with our homecoming game. We don't have a dance. We don't have our traditional cars going around the track.
Sure.
But we did vote on a court, and we've got some kids we introduced before, our king and queen. So we'll introduce those kids to our fans on Table Rock Sports right now and just let you know who those are. And then we've got some pictures of them, too, so we can pop those up.
Well, that's awesome because we've got a cameraman.
Well, perfect. We'll start with our freshman group, and they're labeled there, guys. So there's our freshmen. So that's Addison Bright and Max High coming onto the camera right now, two of our freshmen. And we're getting just to know our freshmen right now. So it's kind of neat because those kids, their 8th grade year ended, and then their 9th grade year never really started when they were doing distance learning, but now they've been back at school, and we're really pleased with that. So our sophomore group is Dea Segura Reyes and Yair Ramirez. So 2 great kids, super representative of our school, and just, great kids on our homecoming court.
Well, if I can pause you for just a second, I think it's great that they're wearing masks because we all know how much teenagers love being in photos. So they can't really have a whole lot to complain about then, right?
No. They've done a great job. And the kids are, on campus, they've been very good about masking, and we really appreciate that. Awesome. So our juniors on the court, there's our picture coming right now, and that's Stone LaCroix and Kayla Wilcox. So Stone and Kayla, again, super positive kids here at school. Awesome. Great contributors. So we've got several seniors.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I gotcha.
Yep. So we'll start with Estefania Ortiz Madera and Danny Martinez. 2 of our soccer kids, both do a nice job there. Estefania is really involved in our leadership group. And then Danny is one of our boys soccer players and really a leader in that group. So those guys doing a great job. Then here come our king and queen.
Oh, did we go out of order?
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. So here's our king and queen, Kelsey Bakke. Our wind is picking up here a little bit. There's Kelsey Bakke.
The guys back in our graphics truck are not.
And then our king is Jordan Jones. Kelsey's down cheering tonight. So just super kids again, awesome. And huge contributor in our leadership group as well. And our last 2 court members, 2 more student athletes here at PHS. That's Fatima Flores. She is a 3-sport athlete. She's in cross country, track, and basketball. And then Cornelio Carrera Flores is one of our outstanding soccer players and probably one of the nicest kids I've ever met here in my 4 years at Phoenix. So there's our homecoming court. Awesome. Great bunch of kids. And again, our student body here, we're so happy to have them. We have our sophomores and seniors every morning from 9 till 11:30. Then the afternoons from 1:15 till 3:45, we have our juniors and freshmen. So, and then we've got about probably 100 kids doing the Learn from Home yet. And then we have another about 100 kids who are part of the Phoenix Talent Virtual Academy. So those are kids that through all the pandemic, we started a virtual academy, and that's something we're going to keep down the road to help meet kids' needs who basically think that they'll do better learning from home. So it's just we're looking forward to getting everybody back here at some point, but right now we're just really pleased that we're here and moving forward.
Well, we know that you guys do a great job, with pretty much anything related to technology. I mean, you've got the virtual learning like you were talking about, and I'm sure that was just a real handful for you to put together. But, in addition to that, the work that you guys do with us, we're really thankful for that too. I mean, you've got this great equipment here that, that we're able to put this stuff out there. And so we really appreciate everything you do for us. And I know the parents do at home as well.
Well, thank you, Nate. We're just really pleased with our partnership with Table Rock Sports, being able to bring folks as many games as possible. And a lot of our other Skyline Conference partners are broadcasting games as well. So we get kind of a Skyline network put together. I don't know if we're going to sell some networking rights here or what's going on, but really pleased with that. And again, we've, if anything, this pandemic has taught us to kind of pivot and shift and be really flexible, and we've been able to do that and had some good success with it. So thanks again, guys.
Yeah, you got it. That's Phoenix AD Dave Earhart. The score at halftime, Henley 41, Phoenix nothing. Back after this.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
You need to get from here to there. By using public transit, bicyclists can go farther, save money, and improve the environment. RVTD. Here to get you there.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You need to get from here to there. Using public transit to get to and from work gives you peace of mind and can save you money. RVTD. Here to get you there.
Well, welcome back to Phoenix High School. I'm Nate Goodyear. Nick Curran is on the camera tonight. It's 41-0 in favor of Henley here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Want to thank you for joining us. We're powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. All Henley in the first half. And Henley won the toss at the beginning of the game and elected to defer, so they're going to get the kickoff here in the second half. The rich get richer. I want to thank Dave Earhart for joining us on the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show. Also want to thank our executive producer, Joe Brett, on TableRockSports.net. Make sure you head over to YouTube and find the Table Rock Sports channel. Smash that subscribe button so you can get more of this sweet, sweet high school sports action. We're covering games all across the Rogue Valley. In fact, several other ones going on this evening. Of course, this abbreviated season has kept the scheduling a lot more local than it has been in years past as well. Oh, look at the boot on that kid. All the way back into the end zone. We were hoping we'd get to call his name Yahir Valdovenos. Brought from the soccer team specifically to handle the kicking duties. That was his first opportunity to the night, and he did not disappoint. Just smushed it into the end zone. And it's a touchback. Henley's going to start the third quarter with the clock counting upwards on the scoreboard. The officials have caught it now. So, well, I know time seems like it's going forever if you're a Phoenix fan, but we don't need the clock going upwards. There we go. Third quarter about to get underway. Tim Orr, the quarterback. 3 touchdown passes already this evening. He's going to give straight ahead, fighting his way forward. Garrett Northcutt is able to pick up 4 yards on the play. See a 2nd and 6. Northcutt will remain in the backfield next to Orr. 2nd and 6 from the left hash mark at the 24-yard line of Henley. 3 wide receivers out to his right. Orr fakes it and is going to fire it to his left, and it's not Orr. I'll have to get the name on that, but with a lot of room to run and just barely stopped. A shoestring tackle, saving a touchdown by Marcelo Valadez. It was Shaw Stork that made the catch and had a nice run, but just could not get his feet free. He's into Phoenix territory, first down Henley. So Cade Northcutt in the game now at quarterback. Northcutt, a junior signal caller. He's going to give straight ahead to Garrett Northcutt, who cuts back, sheds a couple of tackles, and falls forward to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 10, close to the marker. And it is good for first down yardage. So it's pretty much the Northcutt show for Henley here. There's 4 of them on the roster. Owen handles the kicking duties. You got Cade now in at quarterback. Garrett with a couple of touchdowns on the evening. Here's a pitch going wide. Colton Smith has got the edge, and he's going to get dropped after a nice pickup. Eric Peltier in on the tackle. Looks like a gain of 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. I think we're going to see a running clock here in the second half. 9.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. From the 33, Northcutt to Northcutt, up the middle, big hole, and now he's turning on the afterburners. Can he get to the corner, down to the 10, the 5, he's in, touchdown Henley. A 33-yard touchdown run from Garrett Northcutt. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, his 3rd in total, and it's 47-0 Henley with 9 minutes left in the third. Owen Northcutt on for the extra point. Snap is high, but the hold is down, and the kick angling left, and it's good. Well, the score for you on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Henley 48, Phoenix nothing. 8:29 remaining in the third quarter. Today's game is brought to you in part by My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. And you know what? I feel comfortable saying it's our Circle K. Together. In fact, I think I can see the Phoenix Circle K right from up here in the press box. Way, way out there, you can see the sign. Looming over the city of Phoenix, right there at the exit. Clock ticking at 8:20. We're rolling now here in the second half. Northcutt's kick is high and a little shallow. Fielded by Peltier at the 25-yard line. Manages a return of 10, and it'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line for Phoenix, and they're going to make a quarterback change. Hunter Everhart, the sophomore, coming on. We saw him warming up near the end of the first half. It's been an adventure in the quarterbacking department for Phoenix after losing Eli Page last week, the senior going down for the season. See him on the sidelines with crutches, and it's just kind of been a mad scramble for Dave Johnson and his Phoenix coaching staff trying to put any sort of thing together to move the ball. Everhart from the gun. He's going to roll right. He's looking downfield, and he's going to take it himself, and he's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. He's decked by Austin Fitz. Managed to get just past the line. 2nd and 9 upcoming. I like the movement there, however, from Hunter Everhart. Broke contained in the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and evaded the rush, but ultimately unable to get a throw off. So after operating out of a double wing for the entirety of the first half, we're going quad gun. Everhart to throw. He looks, he throws it short, and it's nearly picked off. Just the timing was not there as it was intended for Jackson Selden, who had himself a pretty solid first half as a wingback. Probably was really the most effective offensive player for this Phoenix offense. Managed to pick up their first 2 first downs of the season in the first half. 3rd and 9 from the 31. 6:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Two wide receivers to each side for Everhart. Operating from the gun. He's back to throw. He looks into the flat and nearly picked off again. Fitz making his presence known off the hands, but that ball was just a little late. Fitz has been kind of sticking his nose in the middle of just about everything defensively this evening. With the pass break up there, Bolstad and the punt team will come on. Matt Poole awaits the kick with his heels on the 37-yard line. Bolstad fumbles the snap and falls on it. Well, it's the 3rd time that's happened, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the Phoenix coaching staff in the booth next to us just pleading with him to kick the ball, not give it to Henley in such good field position, which has really been the story of the night. 1st and 10 from the Phoenix 19-yard line. Northcutt from the gun, inside 5 minutes, clock ticking. 48-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Northcutt, the lefty, drops back, fires a P into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. 19 yards, and it was there for Fitz, getting his name on the sheet on the offensive side of things. And it's now 54-0 pending the extra point. Now here comes Northcutt's extra point. Bad snap, good hold, and a wide extra point. Well, I want to thank you for joining us on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Henley 54, Phoenix nothing. 3:59 remaining here in the third quarter. Obviously all Henley, but Phoenix has had a few more bright spots in spite of the scoreline being worse than it was last week. They've had a few more positives to look at. They've had some first downs, a couple of nice plays defensively. Got to give credit to Kyle Braun on the defensive side of things with a couple of sacks this evening. We do have some fun news for you Phoenix fans out there. Want to extend a congratulations to Josie Bolstad and Monty Spence. Phoenix High School, class of 2021. Both of them recently signed letters of intent to play sports at the collegiate level. Josie's going to play basketball at Pacific University in Forest Grove, Oregon. And Monty is going to go play some baseball at Crown College in Minneapolis. Boy, I hope they play indoors. Yikes. Here's Peltier with room to run across the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Nice return from Peltier. Shown a little shiftiness when he does get the ball in his hands. We are pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Phoenix Talent School District and our participating community business partners. Those sponsors keep the events free for fans to enjoy, so let them know you appreciate their support. Looks like we've got a flag in the backfield. No, we're not running the clock. Yeah, the officials, they want to get home too. So it doesn't look like there was actually a penalty on the play, but just maybe that or was there? Yeah, there was. Okay. So it's the clock and an offside. Too many hand signals going on for this guy. 2:40 left in the third. Here's a give straight ahead, and it's fumbled. Able to get back to the football, however, is Alexis Manzano. Manages a yard on the play, 2nd and 4. Everhart has the call from the sidelines. Four wide receivers, 2 to either side. Manzano, his tailback, flanking him to the left, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Everhart. Looking downfield, he had a man, but it's just out of reach, intended for Martin Scala. And that'll bring up 4th down. Phoenix going to go for it, though. Give him something to believe in, Coach. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. I mean, you got to give them credit. They've thrown the sophomore out there, and they're not afraid to let him air it out. It's only 3rd down anyway. Back to throw, and it's just out of reach again. Eric Peltier looked like some alligator arms coming across the middle. Everhart was about to lead him right into a linebacker, and Peltier was not interested. 4th down. Okay, now they're going to go for it. I've basically got one job, and that's to be able to count to 4, and I wasn't able to do it. Count to 4, read the stuff that's on the paper. Not that complicated. 40 seconds left in the third. Everhart with 4 wide receivers. And he'll throw. Looking across the middle, and he's picked off. It's Dylan Schranievsky racing his way down the sideline. And if he stayed in, he scored, and he did. Touchdown, Henley. Well, Schranievsky had made his name on the offensive side of things with a touchdown earlier in the ball game, and now he's making some noise defensively. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Pending the extra point on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Henley 60, Phoenix nothing. Hunter Everhart had been playing with fire a little bit on a couple of those passes, and that time he just finally got burned. A pick 6 for Everhart. No, you heard it. PAT was good. 61-0 Henley. Let's step aside and pay some bills. 61-0. Hornets up on the John L. Scott scoreboard.
At Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at MyCircleK, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with MyCircleK, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Henley up big, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Make sure you stay tuned here as we start the fourth quarter. It's a MyCircleK post-game show powered by GP Energy. Give you a quick recap of the game and then be home for dinner. Short kick is going to be fielded by Greenwood, who dances his way across the 35-yard line for a nice return. Henley will take over right there at the 38-yard line. Well, Phoenix is back in action next week, headed over to Klamath Union for a Skyline Conference game. It's going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. It'll be live streamed on mybasin.com. JV football is going to visit the Pelicans on Monday the 22nd. Here's a give straight ahead. Looks like it was Manzano getting just past the line of scrimmage, able to pick up a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. And another quarterback change here for Phoenix, so just kind of trying to see what sticks. Ryan Watts, he was the one that took over for Eli Page last week. He's going to get this possession in place of Hunter Everhart, the sophomore. Watts is a freshman, lining up in an offset eye. He rolls to his right, looks in the flat. He's got a man, but it's off the hands and incomplete, intended for Marcelo Valadez. Even if he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere. He was hit immediately by Trenton Trout. 3rd down on the way. Manzano will be the tailback. Ahead of him in the offset eye is Cameron Redmond. Under center, Watts. And it's a counter. Manzano hit in the backfield and dropped. Several Henley tacklers in on the play. Looked to me like it was Braden Roach that was there to hold things up for the Cavalry. Trenton Trout also getting his nose in business there. 9:18 left in the fourth. It'll be 4th and 10. Bolstad on to kick. Snap is good. Bolstad gets it off, and he yanks it again. Headed straight for the Phoenix sideline. Be interesting to see where they mark it. That one made it out of bounds pretty quick. He's going all the way back to midfield. So Henley will take over at the 50. Take a look here at this Henley setup, see if they've shifted their quarterback again. I don't see Cade Northcutt out there. Looks like we're going to see Shaw Stork. A lineup out of the gun with 2 wide receivers to either side. 8 minutes left in the game. On his right is Dylan Schranievsky, who appears to be having an equipment issue with his helmet. Here's a handoff. Schranievsky has some room to run at the 30, down to the 25. Stiff arms a tackler to the 20, and brought down at the 17-yard line. Dylan Schranievsky. He's got a pick six. He's got a rushing touchdown and another big gain marching forward for Henley. Inside 7 minutes left to play now. Stork from the gun. To give to Northcutt, who's now playing a tailback position. Spun off the initial hit, but still loses 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Got a 2nd and 13 on the way from the 20-yard line. So Stork and Northcutt, a couple of quarterbacks in the backfield. I'm feeling Northcutt's going to be taking the tailback position after running the last possession at quarterback. Stork is going to keep it. He dodges a man. A nice move to get the edge. He aims for the end zone but is knocked out of bounds. Nice run by Stork on the keeper. He's hit out at the 2, and that'll bring up 1st and goal. Inside 5.5 minutes left to play. Henley kind of bleeding the clock out now as they look to the sideline for the call. Stork gives to Northcutt, who weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Two-yard run for Taylor Northcutt at 67-0. Cade Northcutt, I should say. Shouldn't even bother with first names. I should just say Northcutt, because Northcutt's on to kick it. Ran in for a touchdown, got another one on the kicker, got a tight end and a running back, and that kick is good. 68-0 now on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 4:05 and counting here in the 4th. Fans, you can help keep Table Rock Sports in the game by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Search Table Rock Sports at youtube.com and click on the red subscribe button to help us continue to cover this action. Phoenix Volleyball is going to host Henley tomorrow afternoon. No fans allowed in the gym at this point, but the matches are going to be streamed here on TableRockSports.net. That's the varsity match. JV, JV2, they're going to be on the Phoenix Pirate Volleyball page on Facebook. Make sure you check that out as well. You can follow all of the Phoenix teams at phoenixpirates.org. They've got game stories, photos, schedules, and coaches' interviews. And be a part of their Twitter nation at PHS Pirates Live. We will have a brief post-game for you. Extremely brief. I think you know how this game has gone. Not a lot to recap. Phoenix has had a couple of positives. Gotten a few first downs, a couple of big defensive plays, but unfortunately Henley has just overpowered them, and they've started a lot of their possessions deep in Phoenix territory, which has not been helpful for the Pirates. .240 and counting. Northcutt's kick is high and short, and it bounces. It's fielded by Peltier, who jukes his way up to the 30-yard line, and that's where Phoenix is going to start the drive. All right, who's our quarterback going to be? Looks like we're going to stick with Ryan Watts, the freshman. Going to stay under center as we're creeping towards the 2-minute mark. Offset I formation. Greenwood the tailback. He takes the toss near side. Across the 30, lowers the shoulder and is knocked out of bounds after a pickup of 4 on the play. Good job to finish the run that time by Greenwood. 2nd and 6. 90 seconds left to play. Here's Redmond fighting forward. Pickup of 2, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Oh, make it 3. All right, give the kid an extra yard. We're inside a minute left to play. 55 seconds and counting. Phoenix trailing 68-0. Watts is under center. Greenwood, left side. He's got a little room, but he's got to beat the corner, and he's not able to do so. He's close to first down yardage. Wrapped up and brought down by Carson French, the senior. And that's going to move the chains. That's a Phoenix first down with 20 seconds left to play. Six seconds left. Are they going to get a playoff? And they are. They're going to toss to Greenwood, near side. And that is going to do it. Dropped for a loss of 1, but it doesn't matter. And just like that, the ball game is over. The final on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Henley 68, Phoenix nothing. Stay tuned for the My Circle K post-game show powered by GP Energy when we return on TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome into the My Circle K post-game show powered by GP Energy. I'm Nate Goodyear. Big thanks to Nick Kern for running the camera for us tonight, and our executive producer back at home base, Joe Brett. The final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Henley 68, Phoenix nothing. Give you a quick rundown of what happened in this one. It was all Henley all the time. It started off with a 1-yard run from Tolson Higgins after a botched punt that started Henley deep in Phoenix territory, so Higgins knocked it in. Then the same thing happened on the next possession. An 8-yard run by Dylan Schranievsky was followed up by a 1-yard touchdown run from Cade Northcutt, and that's when the air raid took over. A 27-yard strike from Tim Orr to Skylar Howard, and a 21-yard pass from Orr to Matt Poole. And then Orr got Cade Northcutt involved in the passing game with a 20-yard touchdown. Northcutt would then follow that up with a 34-yard scamper. Cade Northcutt came in to play quarterback and had a strike to Austin Fitz for 19 yards. Then Schranievsky dealt with a pick six, and it was all capped off by a 2-yard run by Cade Northcutt. So for Nick Curran, I'm Nate Goodyear. The final score once again, Henley 68, Phoenix nothing. That does it from Phoenix High School. Thanks again for paying attention to this live production on Table Rock Sports.